Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And for today, for Wednesday, I thought we'd go ahead and continue our way through St. Mark's Gospel. We are now on the 10th chapter, beginning at the 46th verse. And they came to Jericho. And as they went out of Jericho with the disciples, a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when they heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and said, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me." And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried out the more a great deal, "Thou son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, "Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee." And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, "What wilt thou that I should do unto thee?" The blind man said unto him, "Lord, that I might receive my sight." And Jesus said unto him, "Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole." And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. Okay, so wonderful story, healing, obviously. We know that Jesus Christ, as the Son of God, has come into the world, the second person of Trinity, taking human flesh to talk about the reconciliation, the mercy of God. And so it is that he's come to pay the price for our sins, our defective bodies, the fact that we have disease, that we are not the people that God originally created us to be because of the effect of sin. Here is blind Bartimaeus, whose cry for Jesus is to have mercy upon him, right? Please help me would be another way to say that. And of course, the crowd is like, shh, be quiet. We're trying to listen to Jesus. Stop doing that. Yeah. But when Jesus said, bring him to me, they're like, oh yeah, good news. Come on, let's go. He's calling for you. And they bring him to him. And Jesus asks him, what is it that I would have you do for you? And of course, the answer is that he would receive his sight. And that's exactly what Jesus does. But he says something very interesting. This occurs in other places in scriptures as well when it has to do with the healing ministry. Jesus doesn't say to them, after he says that he will heal them or does, and this is Mark's gospel. Remember, Mark kind of not a whole lot of details. It just, guy asks and Jesus says, here's the answer, and he's healed. Whereas in other gospels, we have more stories about making of mud and touching ears and touching tongue, things like that, depending on the circumstance. Here, Jesus just says to him, go your way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight. Now, he doesn't say your faith has healed you, right? It's made you whole. And disease is a part of the brokenness of human nature. That disease, now I'm not saying that because, Aunt Sally got cancer, she's somehow a sinner. But the reality is Aunt Sally is affected by original sin, and her body is not perfect, and it is susceptible to things like cancer, like prostate issues, like back issues, right? We have all these things running around in our parish right now, people who are dealing with physical illness. It's a reality. It's a part of the brokenness of our condition. Jesus has come into the world not just to bring healing, but wholeness. In other words, he has offered him not only physical healing that he could see, and that's a wonderful, remarkable thing, but also that he is restored to relationship with God through Jesus Christ. He is made whole. And that's even better than just healing. So today is Wednesday. We do have Holy Communion today at 12:15. We won't have public recitation of evening prayer tonight, though, because I've got a conflict for this evening. So please do join us if you can for the Holy Communion service at 12:15, or you can watch it online. Of course, and I also ask that you please pray for me, because tomorrow, Thursday, I have my surgery, my rescheduled surgery, God willing. And of course, I do covet your prayers for that. And may your Wednesday be a day full of blessings.